All right, cool. Hans Timmerstone here with my guy, Eimantas Stanionis. How you feeling today, man?
Good, good. Thank you. Everything is good.
All right, man. Fans don't really like it when you fly under the radar, man. Like we don't really like that too much, man. Why exactly do you like to kind of stay out of the limelight? You're not really on social media too much. Why you just like kind of having time to yourself a little bit?
No, after the last fight, I took time off a little bit. I got baby, so
Mm.
it was like new experience. Everything is new. I want to be like a good father. It's not like I get a kid and I go there, I do this. I want to be part of family because I never had like I had only mother. So it's like I want to have like good. I want to be a good parent. Good husband and that's what I like, what I enjoy, and it's to keep my mind, after last fight, what happened, to be, I don't know how to say, on the right track.
Okay. Well, first off, congratulations on the baby, man. Usually, but like I hear a lot of people because I don't have any kids yet, but people usually say once they have a kid, like their focus just goes to another level. Like they want to provide so much to their kid. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, of course, you need to have to understand this thing because
Mhm.
also before the fight, everybody asked me because my wife's supposed to get a baby like when I was in fight week, any day.
Yeah.
So it was delayed, so I was lucky to be in the labor, everything. So yeah, they asked me the question how it feels like, how's the motivation, but when you haven't seen the kid, the baby, it's nothing. But when I saw it, yeah, it's everything changed, clicked, and yeah.
Gotcha. Let's talk about your recent fight. You just took on a guy, and his name is so hard to pronounce, man. But it's Jubalani
My
Magni.
hands.
Yeah. So, obviously you won a really wide decision against him. And it was also in Lithuania, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So how exactly did you feel going into that fight? What did you kind of grade your performance, man? It was a wide decision win. Only two judges only had him winning one round, and the third judge had him winning no round. So how
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. It was like, it was in my hometown, in my home country. Everybody came, like 10,000 people came to support me. So, yeah, it was amazing. It was my first camp, like in Lithuania. Yeah, it was everything different, a lot of pressure. My mom came, to see me fight first time. My wife, was the fans, you don't want to let anybody down. So yeah, it was good experience and good comeback fight because Mackenzie was like ranked highly, So it was okay. It wasn't like the best performance. I don't know. It was okay.
But I saw the video. I watched the fight and like I saw you like going into the fight like on video and stuff, and you didn't look like a guy that felt like any pressure. Your ring walk, you were smiling, laughing. I'm like, dude, I ain't never seen Stanionis this happy before. So like what was that all about? Was it because you seen so many people you know in the crowd?
Yes, and it's everybody came to support me. A lot of fans show me the love. Like I said, it was like 10 or 12,000 people who came to see me. So, I promised my fans. I said I always fight in US like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and everybody wakes up. So I promised the fight in Lithuania. So I get this, and I was happy. Everything was. I always slept at my house. Then I went straight to the arena, get a fight. The one thing was like what I didn't like. I supposed to fight around 11
Mhm.
or 11:30, but I fought at like 1 a.m. So it was like crazy. It was, yeah, a lot of fights went to distance, so that's why.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this. What did your loss against Jaron Ennis teach you about yourself? I feel like that's such a corny question because like I feel like everybody asks that, but did it teach you something about yourself, man?
Nobody asked me this because I haven't gave any interviews after my last fight. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it was tough day. Tough day in the office. I wasn't prepared for that,
Mm.
honestly. it wasn't my day. I wasn't sharp. My everything was off that day. It's what can be worse. That day was everything worse, you know.
Yeah.
So what they teach me, I don't know. It's just my corner. I always told that if I go on my shield. I don't want to be stopped. Like I don't want to have any like towels in my corner. Nothing.
Mm.
I know it sounds like it's tough sport, you know, but I felt like shit. Honestly, I don't want to lose like that. And I saw also myself in the corner. I wasn't responding, but I was in the fight. That's for sure. You know, I was just thinking about the next round, what I can do, because I got draw first time, and I was like, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that. And Marvin was telling something that you don't need this, you don't need that, and I'm like, I was just thinking about the next round, honestly. And then they stopped the fight, and I was like, I was thinking I can argue with that and show, oh, go away, you know, do this, push my coach or something. What I was thinking, it's done. What I can do, it's you will not turn the clock back. So I was like, okay, this happened. I was like crying a lot in the shower because it was tough on me because I never wanted to be like this, never in my life. I always watch Mexican fighters, you know, it's like it's not a bad, it's not a good look when like they stop you on the stool. And if I would be like battered from the round one, like Ennis would smash me to the pieces, then yeah, of course, sometimes corner needs to make the decision, you know. But I was good. I was bleeding. I got sinus, you know. Before the fight, I told even my cutman, I said, "Be prepared because I will bleed from the nose a lot." I felt like a lot of muscles in my nose. I said, "Just be prepared," and I knew I will bleed, but it's just blood, nothing. It's like you know, it's like all good.
Was Jaron maybe even better than you thought he was?
No, he was just very sharp. He's accurate. That's what I can say
Mm.
about the fight. He's really accurate. That's what I can say. That's maybe I wasn't thinking that he can be so sharp, but he was like sharp, like accurate, very accurate. His punch resistance, you know, didn't waste any shots.
I know after the fight, got a chance to talk to him a little bit, and he was giving you a lot of credit for being a tough guy, a really good fighter. And I know maybe like a few weeks after the fight or so, he was just like he wants to see you fight Brian Norman. He was just like that'll be like a really great fight. Is that a guy that you're like looking for, or is there like other guy that 147 where you're just like, yeah, let me see if I get this guy?
You know, in my career, what's the toughest for me? It was like inactivity. I always remember that 2 years with Virgil. Then it was like I got fight with Maestria, and after Maestria, I got to 1 year layoff again, and then the fight with Ennis. If you want to be successful in the sport, you have to be active, and I want to be active. That's the thing. I'm not injured. I'm not this and that. I want just fight, but I can't get fights because I don't know of recognition of the name or some other stuff. I was just lost. I want to do my job and I'm healthy and I'm training every single day, you know, I'm pushing myself most of the time. When I go to the fights, I'm overtrained. I don't feel good because I train so much, so hard. I want to leave everything in the gym, but that's not a good thing. That's what I learned. I knew this can happen for me because I'm not the guy where you need to push. I need coach to pull me back sometimes, you know, because I think I do too much. So I'll fight anybody, but I don't know. I just want to be active, you know. It's like I know I took a step back and it's not I'm going to fight for a title straight away. So that's what I took, just fight in Lithuania and we'll see what's next.
Do you think, do you even look at a guy like Brian Norman, or is it kind of hard to look at him just from the standpoint of he's fighting Devin Haney? So maybe it's just like Devin might beat him, so it doesn't really make sense to talk about Brian Norman. Like, how do you kind of view that?
I don't know. I'll fight like anybody. Brian Norman or Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or I don't know who's more. Conor Ben, who it's like who wants to fight, I'll fight. Like I'm easy to find. Just make a call and I'll go to fight. Of course, everything has to make sense, but I sparred, a lot of tough guys. Even Devin Haney, I sparred with Devin Haney,
Mm.
so it's not an issue for me.
So who do you kind of have winning that fight between Brian Norman and Devin Haney?
I don't know because I've the last fight, Ryan Garcia, when he dropped him, and then when he fought Jose Ramirez,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like I don't have prediction for that fight.
You just said that you took a step back with your fight against Stanionis, but in the ring rankings, you're still ranked number two as the second best welterweight. Brian Norman is number one, and all the other champions are like behind you, like Broly, Mario Barrios, like all of these guys are kind of behind you. So, even though you're saying that you took a step back, the ball's still kind of in your court to a certain extent where you could still like call like certain guys out and get like big time matchups. Like, is there a certain guy that you're just like, I want to fight this guy? Do you want to shoot for a champion like Barrios, or are you just like, let me go like a little slower and maybe fight like a Giovanni Santillan, Alexis Rocha? Like, what's the route that you want to take?
No, no, I don't want to get like easy fights. I want like to go straight. Like Mario Barrios will be the best, WBC title and fighting him. That's my dream. I want to get that belt, and I would fight him like anytime, if they will offer me. And of course, WBA want to get that back. So we'll see what's going on, what they will offer. I'm going to have a call upcoming week with my team, and we'll see where we are going.
Do you think highly of Mario Barrios, and do you think that he beat Manny Pacquiao when they fought a couple weeks ago, a month ago, something like
Yeah, yeah, like month ago. Honestly, I haven't seen the fight. I saw only on Twitter. Sometimes I go. I like Twitter because X now, so
that?
because all the news is over there. In Europe, we don't have X and Twitter. They are
Mhm.
not using it. But if I want to see some news about fighting or other stuff, I go to X.
Yeah.
So I saw that it was like close fight. Somebody gave Manny, somebody gave Mario Barrios, but before the fight, I told like I'm very bad at predictions. I was thinking in my mind that Manny Pacquiao, how many years he haven't fought? How old is he?
47 now, I believe,
Exactly. It's like
or 43, something like that. I don't know.
Mario Barrios should win easy.
Yeah.
It's like normal, It's the age and everything. I know he's tough. He has experience, everything, but the father time catches up.
Yeah. Do you look at Manny Pacquiao and you're just like, because he just announced that he's going to fight again in January. Do you kind of look at him and you're just like, well, I know he's a little bit older, but he's already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He is in my weight class. You know what? If I can get a Manny Pacquiao fight, I'm down for it.
It doesn't make sense for him, For me, makes sense, but for him, no. I think he's going to fight Rolly.
Mhm.
I think so. It makes sense for both of them. We'll see. It's you never know. Somebody gets injured, and they call me, and then I'll jump on the plane and go do some sprints, and I'll be ready.
I just want to kind of circle back real quick to what you just said about like sometimes you feel like you might be like overtraining a little bit because you just have like some of the worst luck in the world. But does it kind of make you look at your team a little bit and say, not to be like harsh, but like, sometimes
Yeah.
you guys probably need to like save me from myself. You guys know I'm going 100 miles an hour like 6 months straight. Like sometimes I need somebody to be like, yo, chill out today. Like, do you kind of look at them and try to tell them that?
Yeah, yeah. I have also, master's degree in sports training, so
Yeah.
now I know my body, and now I think I'm old enough to understand what I need to do. It's like sometimes, when you are younger, you take day off and you panic. I took day off and I haven't trained. I'm like somebody's training,
Yeah.
these things. But now I know if I'll go to the training, I never go to training just to easy train. I always go and do my maximum. I have to go to training. It's like honestly, I think day before, if I have hard training, I think about training, what I need to do, how much I need to push. I always try to go to more than a limit what I can, do.
Yeah.
So I understand. So that's why even I took this fight in Lithuania, because I told I love my fans. Everybody came, show support, and I needed this fight because it was a lot. It was the fight, the feet, and the kid. It's like a lot of stress even before the waiting. I was like, my mind was just crazy, and I was getting crazy, and I hated the sport. I love it and I hate it. But
Yeah.
at some point I was like, I don't know what I want to do. It's like it's just my nerves, my mentality, not mentality, just like how I felt. Like I was just frustrated of everything. I was angry about everything. I hated everything, and I didn't. I'm like happy man. I'm not like that, angry guy. So that's I needed to fix my head first, to be with myself, take little bit time off, think about my future. Now guess what? I'm back.
Did you get a chance to see Jaron's fight last night? It was
Yes,
pretty
yes,
crazy.
yeah.
Like what was your, did you kind of sit there and say, damn? Or what were your thoughts when you watched him just annihilate that guy, man?
I was thinking before the fight, like stylistically, that he will knock him out because Lima is good fighter, but he's little bit his chin is open in there. I'm more defensive, going inside, and my head is a little bit down, so it's not so easy to knock the guy out. But Lima, it was, but yeah, it was like damn. I said like yeah, damn for sure, good performance, and it's good. I'm happy for him. He works hard, and he is great talent.
Ironically enough, well, you fought Jaron, and ironically enough, you were supposed to fight Virgil like 43 times or something like that. Um, it seems like they're gonna fight in the beginning of 2026. Don't want to overlook Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin is my guy, really talented fighter.
Yeah.
So you got to see how that fight plays out. But the talk is all about Jaron versus Virgil. So let's just say Virgil gets past Lubin, no disrespect to him, of course. Who do you have like winning between Virgil and Jaron Ennis, man?
Ennis. I have Ennis.
Does he stop Virgil?
I don't think so.
Mm. Is it just like what is it about it where you're just like, yeah, Jaron's gonna beat him too? Is it just stylistically? He just comes.
Stylistically, I think stylistically,
Mm.
Ennis is really like accurate. It's like he's accurate. Well, that's what I can say. Nothing surprised me. I knew he's tough, he's talented, he switch and this and that, and he showboating. He tries to. It's not like bad thing because it's good for a fans. It's like, but he wants to make you frustrated. He's really smart, and he's like what stands for me. It's like when I was like he's really like accurate. Like he knows when to punch, the timing. He has good timing.
Mm. I know you're saying that he has good timing, but you also said that you were just completely off. Does the fight look completely different if you feel like you were switched on
Yes,
or you were
yeah, yeah,
sharp?
for sure, for sure.
Okay.
That's 100%.
Mm.
That was the worst day, and what can happen to me and how I felt. It's like everything that day was, but it's no excuses. It's like you have one day to be prepared, and you will not change. Nobody gives a f how you felt, how you went to the ring, or what happened. So yeah, of course I would say, but I can't take nothing away. So that's I don't want to come with some excuses. He beat me fair and square, and credit to him. And he's really talented. It doesn't matter if I was like really off. I could see the talent and how sharp he is.
Is in that supposed fight with Virgil and Duran, do you think Virgil, because Virgil almost in a sense kind of fights like you. Like that's why myself and like a lot of fans was just like, yo, we want to see this damn fight because both you guys come forward a million punches and none of you guys give up. It was like, yo, this is gonna be the fight of the century. So
Yeah.
everybody's still mad that that fight didn't happen. But do you kind of think that, in order to beat a guy like Duran, you really can't just come and press forward with him. Like you gotta have like a few other things in your game. Do you think that or not really?
You can press him, but you also need to think and set traps. That's what I was thinking I will do. It's not just going straight forward. I was just thinking I need to catch him to lure him in some shots, because he's smart. Against him, just going forward doesn't work. Also,
Hmm.
he has stamina. He has everything. So
Do you think that that fight with yourself and Jaron, even though you lost, do you kind of look at it as like not comparing you to like Canelo Alvarez or like any of those guys or anything like that, but do you kind of look at it as like you know what? I just learned a lot in that one fight, and that's gonna take my game to the next level. Like kind of like when
yeah,
Canelo fought Floyd and his game went to a whole nother level.
I think so, because I always had this pressure, especially from my country, because I haven't lost.
Yeah.
So now I lost. I'm like, I don't care. I'll fight anybody. It doesn't matter. I just want to get big fights, and that's it. And yeah, I learned a lot because I went first time, to his like backyard. It was his fans. Like I said, I was fighting in the United States all the time, as an underdog. It wasn't like surprise, but still the fans cheering for him.
Mhm.
Later on, some fans also cheered for me, so it was good. But yeah, I learned a lot fighting on other platform. The experience, the one thing what I always say you can't buy. So I got this experience, and yeah, I just needed a little bit time off with myself to think about everything, and now yeah, I have everything. I'm a grown man now, so I just want to get like big fights if it's possible. If no, we'll see. We'll take step by step and come back to get my title back.
Is it realistic to see you back in the ring this year? I mean, you fought August 11th. We still got like 2.5 months pretty much left. Like, do you think it's realistic or are you aiming more towards
No.
top of next year?
Next year, but early. I would prefer early next year. That will be great.
Mm. You just said that you would love to get your title back, and
Yeah.
Rolly is the one that has your
Yeah.
belt. Do you look at Rolly and you're just like, yo, I need this fight with him, man. Like if you fought Rolly, how does that fight look to you, man?
He's power puncher. He likes to throw. It's like I don't know. I would go there, and I just want to get my title back. That I'll go all in. I got this whole experience, and I'm mad that I lost, and I want to get back. And it's my performance wasn't great against Ennis, and I know that. And the one thing how you come back is how you pick yourself up from defeat,
Yeah.
and coming back. So that's very important for me. And I want to show that I'm not that kind of fighter that I was that night.
Hmm. Just a couple questions for you, just a couple more questions for you. Um, Eddie Hearn and a lot of people are just kind of saying that the only person that is like 50-50 with Jaron is Terrence Crawford. And I know you're saying that you're not like the best at making predictions and stuff like that, but you know more boxing than I'll ever know. Like you could say no all you want. You know more boxing than I'll ever know, man. Do you look at that fight and you're just like, that's a 50-50 fight? Or are you just like, no, I'd favor Terrence or I'd favor Jaron?
When you think on the paper, the age, the talent, but Crawford fought so many great like fighters, like Spence. Let's say Spence and Canelo was like the biggest. It's like he defeated them, and it's like you can't bet against Crawford anymore.
Mm. So you would just have
But
to.
it will be great fight. It's like same. But I think Crawford would not fight him because it doesn't make sense for him.
Mm.
But maybe it makes. I don't know. It's like Virgil and Ennis. It's a big fight. Ennis and Crawford. It's a big fight, also super fight. So we'll see.
Does it kind of look weird? And correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to see Virgil against Jerron. But does it kind of look weird that I think that both of those guys are the two best guys at 154, but they fight. There's no title on the line, man. Like, does that look a little weird to you?
That's weird. Yeah, that's crazy. No, they're not going to fight next. I don't think so
You
because
don't think
somebody
so?
has to get that. I don't think so. I know I saw that they said we signed this, then this, but also Edjo has to go through Lubin. It's not going to be also easy. Lubin is a good fighter, but the other thing is inactivity. It's also plays a big part, in the sport, especially. So we'll see. I'm just like enjoying that 154, what's going on, what they are doing, and also just supporting boxing.
Are you comfortable at 147 pounds? Because I was at your fight with Jaron Ennis, and dude, I mean, you're not the tallest guy, but you got muscles coming out of your neck. So like you're not like a small guy. Like, are you comfortable at 147?
Yeah, I'm not big, but I'm not small. I wouldn't say I'm big for 147. I'm like okay, in the size. No, I'm good at 147. Yes, I was thinking at some point I can go 140. I would need like long camp,
Hmm.
but I don't want to go. 147 is like where I feel comfortable for now. I don't know. We'll see in a year. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
And I know that is your goal to become undisputed at 147 since you said you feel comfortable, you feel good, there's a bunch of really good fighters there. Is that like your top goal, or is your goal right now just like, nah, maybe, but I just need a belt back.
First thing is the belt back. That's my thing. I would love to get WBC belt back. WBC to win WBC belt. If I can't, I would love to get like WBA title.
Mm.
That's what I was when since I was a kid. I was just looking at WBA and WBC. So it was always my dream. I got that dream, but like some people say money is better than belts, but still belts. It's you have when you have a belt, then the money comes, and it's like still you have something. You're holding something. You see it. So it's like somebody thinks this way, somebody this, but it's like just for me, it's like when I win, I'll get some prize. So the belt is like you get the belt. So I want to get that back. It's like just I don't know, like as a competition, I lost that, so I want to get it back.
Um, Last two questions for you. I know you don't really particularly care in terms of like which belt you get. Like, you want to be a champion, but since
Yeah.
you had that WBA belt, is that like then like you're not going to turn down like an IBF title shot or WBC title shot, but is your preference in a perfect world, you're just like, give me any belt, but my number one goal is to get that WBA belt back. Like, that's my belt. Like, that should still be with me. That's my belt.
Yeah, exactly. You know when you win first title, you attach to that belt.
Yeah.
So I think I'm attached to the WBA, but of course WBC is like would come second.
Gotcha. And just my last question for you, just circling back to Jerron real quick. Do does anybody at 154 beat him, you think, or give him a 50-50 fight like Fundora? Obviously Virgil, you said he'll beat Virgil. Keith Thurman. Who is there anybody? Jamal
I,
Charlo?
I would say Fundora because Fundora is his height is crazy, like reach is crazy. Like I don't even know how he makes 154.
Yeah.
I think he would make a lot of trouble for Ennis. It's my opinion.
Would you still favor Ennis though? That's tough because he's tall.
He's very tall. He's not tall, he's very tall.
Yeah.
Because of the talent, yes, I guess, and that's because I fought him. But honestly, I don't know.
Mm, got it, man. Look, I appreciate you jumping on. It's and just I know you said that the early 2024 is when you're like aiming to get back. Is it the first quarter, like the first 3 months?
2026.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first 3 months, or you thinking like the first half of 2026?
No, no, first 3 months. No, 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 no help. Oh, no help. First 3 months.
Gotcha.
First 3 months.
Look, man, I appreciate you jumping on. It's been way too long since we last spoke. I know you went on vacation.
Yeah,
You're enjoying being a dad now, but my
yeah.
guy is back in the mix, so we will talk again, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day.
My man, you too.